Hi, I'm Kenny Shanker, and right now I'm going to show you a couple of cool saxophone tricks. So this first one is kind of a fun one. This is a very visual thing, and I call this the two-handed monster. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand and put it up where my left hand normally goes. So it's going to be resting right up here on the G, A, B, that kind of thing. My left hand is just going to be used to play the octave key, right, with the left thumb, and then when I get to it, the palm key D with my palm. So left hand's just using octave key with the thumb, which is always pressed down, and the palm key D key when it gets to there. So I'm going to go through this slow, and then I'll speed it up for you. So I start with my right hand, C, C sharp, and then I switch over to my left hand. It's going to play palm key D, and then a C sharp. So it's going to sound like this. Right? And then I'm going to keep going now. I'm going to go B, C sharp, D, C sharp. And the B is going to be with my right hand. Now B flat, C sharp, D, C sharp. The B flat is going to be the bis B flat, which is the same as a regular B with this little small key underneath it pressed at the same time. So B flat, C sharp, D, C sharp. And the same thing starting on A, C sharp, D, C sharp. And then going back up, B flat, C sharp, D, C sharp. Now on B and C. Alright, now that doesn't sound like anything or look like anything yet, but when you put it all together it's kind of cool. So I'm going to go through it and speed it up for you a little bit. So here's what it sounds like, a little slow. Something like that. And it's kind of sounds strange. It almost sounds like someone's bad alarm clock or something, but it looks pretty cool, especially if you just kind of throw it in and it's sort of a surprising look. You know, no one expects you to do something like that. So, you know, if you're playing something else, you know. Right, so you throw it in, you know, it's one of those things I don't hardly ever use, but every once in a while I just, you know, the spirit hits you, you say, you know, I want to do something really different. It's just like, and it's definitely a surprising, cool thing to throw in once in a while. Alright, so that's the two-handed monster. The next thing I'm going to show you, this one is not so much a fun thing, but more of a useful, everyday saxophone thing. So this has to do with just a simple alternate fingering that I like to use. So there's your regular middle D, which is just, you know, these three fingers, octave key. And that's the... And for me, I've always had a little bit of an issue with that note. I've always felt like, you know, it's a little bit stuffy compared to some of the other notes, especially because you're coming from an open C sharp, right? Where the C sharp, you got no fingers to pretty much all of your fingers down. And it just always felt a little bit dark and stuffy, especially because sometimes I'll get someone to write out a sax solo and they'll have you like, they want you really wailing and singing out really strong on a middle D, like, you know, you're just holding that out, you know, forever. And I always felt like, man, I wish it was any other note. Why that one, you know? So this has helped me over the years, this little alternate fingering. I play a regular D, right, with the octave key, but I add the palm key D with that fingering. So regular D with the octave key, and I add the palm key fingering on top of that. It's not drastically different. It's very, I mean, it sounds virtually identical, but it's just a little bit more open, a little bit brighter, and it gives me just that, you know, when I need it, it gives me that little something extra on that note. So, you know. Now, I don't always use it, like I say, sometimes I want a darker sound. If I'm playing more of a classical style, I'm probably going to use the traditional fingering. Sometimes just in general, I don't want that more bright open sound. Even though it's not drastically different, I just sort of pick and choose. And when I need it, I just instinctively go for that fingering. So you probably already know about it, but just in case you didn't, I wanted you to have that one because I use it all the time. It's super helpful for me. So I hope that you can use those tricks in some way or another, and I hope everything is going great with you. If you like the video, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos. You can also get more information on my website at www.kennyshanker.com, and feel free to get in touch with me if you have any questions about anything, or if you want Skype lessons or anything like that, or like I say, just to talk or whatever, saxophone or music or life or whatever, you can get in touch with me on my website through the contact page, and it'll send me an email. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.